So I also did the thing where I have it in front of me, but it's on the screen as well. So I'm not going to blither too much because I've got it in front of me. So I'm going to start with dog walk in the woods, or jawbone. So this is I found a jawbone in the woods. It's not human. Christ, no. it was an animal's one. And this is sort of my response to it. You'll have to bear with me because there's Latin in this, and it's intended to be read, not read out loud. So premolar 308, 307, 305, canine, vulpes, vulpes, pulvis et sines, candidae carnivora, matitrophy, consumption of the mother by her offspring, is a jawbone. Parasitic wasp eats their way out of their stepmothers. I'm sure that's not the same thing. I'm sure stepmothers would disagree. A wet snout snuffles at a dry one. The dog is interested in what I'm doing because the dog is always interested in what I'm doing. Restless fox agitated by the rabbit in their teeth. 308, 307. Longs for a toothpick. Just like the witch, they'll shovel down dirt, always causing trouble. I'll call you Kitsune of the Kentish Downs, Vulpus Invictus. An archaeologist's plastic nails digging graves to free the dead. A soiled caesarean section. Matitrophy, or bottle tops that nestle next to dead teeth. Jewels in a crown of Coca-Cola. E150A premolar, 308 E150B canine, 304. Jawbone jutting out of the dirt, glacier in a sun-baked sea. You only see about 30% or so, they say. Soon that's all that's left. Just in case anyone's ever wondered how you curse someone whilst using your knitting skills, this is how. This is hex via scarf. I'll have to mention that a lot of these poems came out of either a performance that I did at the 2018 Small Press Book Fair, or out of trying not to go mad over lockdown. So some of these seem very centered around fabric craft and the domestic, because that's where we were all trapped for a while. So hex via scarf, a magical knitting pattern. It will occur to her that cowl sounds an awful lot like scowl, cast on 20. If she could wrap a tight red line mouth around her neck instead, this would all go a lot faster, and she needn't keep an eye on the mounting tension. Knit two together, knit two, yarn over, knit one, yarn over. Images of angry sheep. She will try not to laugh. This is very serious work. Knit two, slip stitch one, knit one, pass over. The texture of crunchy nylon wool makes some people's last nerve stand on edge. Hers is perched on the end of a needle standing on its head. Pearl 2 on the wrong side of bed this morning. Maybe that's why it all feels so crunchy. Repeat row 1, but she never learns her lesson. Holding on to all this grief only makes repeat row 2 continue cast off. Whip stitch 2 ends together in an infinite loop. The hex is sealed. Hand wash in cold water. Rabbit, migraine or a rabbit. There is a rabbit growing in the rift between two vertebrae of the witch's spine. It tests its new muscles by shakily flexing little legs wrapped in oiled fur, wetted by spinal fluid it floats in amniotically. C3 and C4 roll and crack while small paws look blindly for more room, awkwardly shifting cartilage and sloshing the witch into seasickness. Make a burrow in her muscle chasm, sweet rabbit, says the witch to her passenger, but please sit still, listening. The desired effect of valerian root, dried and ground. Wet, sweet and cold, she will lay face down in the back garden and encourage dirt to fill her eyes. Freeing schools of birds that fly from the cracks behind her ears, which the soil couldn't plug. Scared away by the rabbit's growing anger, quelled a little by the scraping of rough porcelain against willow bark. The crone told her that it's the daughter is that its daughter is aspirin, but that will never numb her to the look of pink flesh of tree under screwdriver. And keeping to a medical theme, this is a new prescription. I have to read this one fast. Drowsiness, insomnia, fatigue, mayflowers may vary and result in honey-coated sexual problems. Please consult a physician if lavender begins to grow from the witch's eyes, itching, headache, tremor, dry mouth, a sense of willow block, agitation. A natural source of palpitation, hoarseness, see now I've got it, hoarseness. Please, tremor, call, dried and ground, nervous fatigue, agitation, restlessly, clover, and inability to maintain ginger. Consult agitation, raspberry leaf is excessive. Fatigue, excessive pestle, muscle weakness, dry mouth, sense of mint leaves, abnormal salivation, breast pain, weight gain, tension in the rose hips. Do not take while sexual problems persisting. Blocked nose, runny nose, and nutmeg. Intermittent constipation, blurred vision, and chamomile mood swings. Very rarely, but chili powder, fingertip stains, exhibited in some. Consult axia, or inability to control St. John's muscle movements. May rarely taken rawly, result can be taken orally. Persistent vomiting of cured petals. Thank you for the scrolling, Aaron. I'll slow down for this one. So this is a ritual for descaling with kettle, and it's part 2. So you're going to have to get the book to find out how to do the first part of descaling a kettle. In Kent, it's a really serious issue. So ideal for the toughest, 5 minutes before washing away, an essential service. 1.6 to 2.5 litres soap scum per day. The volumes are watermarks, used regularly with minimal impact on the environment, 0.6. Depending on water body constitution, 1.6, 0.2% of daily fluid intake. For the sole purpose of hot, damaged or acid sensitive, sugar-free minimization, 500 for several minutes. Scrubbing and metabolic oxidation can remove contact lenses. Do not breathe annually to guarantee the best possible household bleach. 20 to 40 points, 6.1%, pints, 2.5, 0.2, 0.1, 500 millilitres of sugar sweetened drinks. If present, lime scale, number 1, 0.2, 0.5, point treatment plan. Who continues rinsing with benzyl, this teaches me to put words in my parents I can't read. Salicylate. Drinking water, maximum 0.5. Hygienic conditions promote skin irritation, 0.0. Perfectly safe. Water supply networks in the kitchen and in the eyes are underground, 2.5 meters respectively, 6%. Namely, surface water such as enamel, natural stone, or skin accounts for 68.4%, will cost around a penny. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with Fluxus, but these two poems go together. So one is instructions, and the next is the results from the instructions. And the Fluxus movement was doing crazy shit in the name of art. I should probably explain that a bit better, but it's gone. So this is the witch's Fluxus score. So step 1, sit on the ground. Identify with the lettuce. If the witch can find a lettuce, imagine a lettuce. Step 2, be in the ground. Admire leaves. The witch is waxy and full of water, crunchy, slightly sweet, a little peppery. Step 3, the witch allows herself to rot. And this is the result of the experiment. Lettuce via witch's Fluxus score. Fog rolls across the witch's green lake arms at bass wave. disturbing the silt with flickering, shimmering hands, tail, emerald leaves, fleshy, crunch, full of water, hang and sway waxily, watching friends succumb to the passing of the summer, crisp and soil warmed, taken by the wind, sit on the surface, in of the lakes, skin like boats, sailing into early morning haze. And I believe this is the last one. Yes, this is the last one. This is gardening part 2. The witch, who has no time to wait for germination, will instead shovel down dirt with a teaspoon and remark at how little it tastes like treacle. She will know she's nearly finished when aphids start accumulating on her eyelashes, but she will not worry. Her cat eats aphids. Once her stomach is bin bag full, her womb will take the excess. This is the goal. Vines grow up through veins and curl around capillaries. The cysts on her ovaries will burst like overripe pea pods, and from them pour chamomile and foxglove. The witch's garden is the witch. Thank you.